We are human beings, and as human beings, we have relationships, and that's how we develop, and that's how we grow, and that's what we want most in our lives, is to have positive and high-quality relationships. And what happens, of course, is the culture gets in the way.
The secret of men, the conversations that do not take place among men, have to do with shame. Who shames boys? History, tradition, religion, parents, teachers, coaches. Even if you have never ever told your boy, don't cry, it doesn't take long for them to pick that up.
The simple message that to be a man means you have to be emotionless. I mean, you could be angry possibly, but emotionless in the sense of invulnerable is traumatic, right? And that leads to essentially everything else.
Boys are really pressured to display a lot of the, quote-unquote masculine characteristics, including physical toughness, kind of this indifference or emotional stoicism, and also a projected self-sufficiency. So really being taught not to show that they need or desire relationships. That feeling of lack of social connectedness, lack of other people's acceptance and support has been linked to depression and suicide and, or violence against other people.
We live in a culture that tells our sons to hide their emotions. We live in a culture that tells our daughters only certain kinds of emotions should be expressed. It is through the expression of emotions that we connect in relationship to others. In fact, emotions are born in those relational spaces between people. So if we tell our children, don't express emotions, what we're basically doing is limiting their capacity to form relationships.
That sort of message that the boys tell us, as well as girls tell us, also is confirmed in the neuroscience and all sorts of evolutionary anthropology, that we are born naturally relational human beings. That's a natural state of how we are as humans. Charles Darwin even said the reason why we thrived as a species is because of our social nature. Our problems are we live in a culture that defines not only manhood but also maturity in ways that actually disconnect us from our relationships. And so it's actually a culture clashing with nature.